I take the bus every day. I'm legally blind, so I can't drive a car, or at least it's probably not a good idea, and it's never legal when I do. So I tend not to. This is the card that I show the bus driver every day, and probably, you know, today it smells like a wet goat on, sorry, I'm 6'4", so up we go. I got the long ass voice, I can probably stretch it there. I'm glad to be part of this panel. I'm from the Grandview Woodland Area Council. I recently joined the board there, and I'm also the president of Local 301 of the Canadian Association of Professional Employees. And I won't be telling you to vote yes or to vote no, but I will be reflecting a little bit on not only housing, but on the broader agenda of austerity that this vote is happening in. Right now, every time you see a transit plan come out of the city, you gotta look with some suspicion. You know, I take the bus every day, so I want more buses, right? I want more of that. But every time they propose one, you know it's not for my interests, you know it's for the interests of real estate and people like that, you know, and so, you know, there's the one part of me that looks at the people who are saying, you know, like Gregor Robertson telling me to vote yes, and I kind of want to be suspicious of that, and I kind of want to be suspicious of the big developers who want to build upscale, high-end condo towers across East Vancouver, and I want to say, no, I don't want to do that. Then I look at who's on the other side, and it's not Jason Bateman, you know, that actor, it's Jordan Bateman, and what's his name, Hamish Marshall. These are people from the conservative movement. The most successful social movement of the 21st century is not us, yet. It's a conservative movement. It's claimed government. It's overshadowed the entire country. It's got think tanks across the place, and it's got a mobilized social constituency. And so the debate is not between us and Gregor. It's not. It's between the right, the austerity right, the people who are taking away shit that I was once critical of. When I was young, I wasn't like a CBC hugger. I was like, we need more socialism on the CBC. And now it's like, no more cuts. They're backing me over into the center. I mean, not really, but I mean, seriously, I find myself defending the institutions of social democracy that I was once critical of for not going far enough. So I can't take this vote, I can't decide how I'm going to vote in absence of looking at what's happening to the whole country, to the whole world, to the whole West, to the giant shadow of Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan we are still not out of, that we're even in deeper. So I know when my vote is put down, I don't get to say what the vote is about. This is always the limitation of voting. This is always why people deconstruct voting at every election. This is why my friends who got pepper sprayed at UBC out in 1997 started the edible ballot campaign because they didn't see an alternative for them in the federal election, so they just, and some of them got charged for it. So I think we have to look at this from the perspective of austerity, from the perspective of limitation of voting, and also from the perspective of what wins. And you look at what's happened in transit recently and where we've seen victories, and it's the people who said transportation, not deportation, who actually stopped transit's agreements to make border checkpoints on every single bus and SkyTrain line. So we actually need a social movement that puts people on the streets, that disrupts this kind of stuff, that can swing the needle back. Because right now, the needle is ticking back and forth between the Jacob Batemans on the right, the Taxpayers Federation, the people who are our class enemies, and Gregor Robertson, who's a different kind of developer-friendly, you know, green-coated bike lane tied-up kind of an enemy of the people who are poor trying to live in this city. I just don't want to get stuck in that little needle swing between there. I want to deconstruct this whole thing, but we're so late to the game.
Garth.
It's already been started. The shotgun already went off, and we're catching up from the race. Thanks very much.